Jorge Posada's journey to becoming the Yankees' starting catcher began in his homeland of Puerto Rico, where his father, a big league scout, taught him the game.
I remember when I was 6 or 7 years old, he was a scout with the Toronto Blue Jays. He was with them for over 10 years.
Jorge Sr.'s job was to recognize major league talent, and early on he could see that his own son had a gift.
My dad he always thought I was going to be a catcher. He said, "You're going to be a catcher. You're going to get bigger. You got a great arm, and I think you're pretty smart behind the plate. So I think you're going to be a catcher."
After all, Puerto Rico had produced some solid major league catchers, and Jorge's father felt his son was destined to be the next. But first, he wanted him to go to college, and Jorge, having been drafted by the Yankees out of high school, was hesitant.
I didn't want to go to college, and my dad said, "Yeah, you got to go to college for a little bit and then see what happens." I went to junior college in Alabama. College is Calhoun Community College, and the coach called, and he says, "I got a scholarship for you." So I went up there. He enrolls me in beginning Spanish. He said, "Why you enroll me in beginning Spanish and stuff like that?" I said, "I want to make sure that you pass."
Jorge aced his Spanish class, but he did not play catcher his first year of college ball. That didn't happen until his second year of school, after he was drafted once again by the Yankees. And even then it was by chance.
We were playing summer league. The catcher didn't show up. I said, I'll give it a try. He said, "I'll catch."
It just so happened that some Yankees scouts were on hand to watch Jorge's catching debut. And following 2 years of college, he became a Yankees prospect.
Before the draft of '91, I signed with the Yankees. That was probably the best day of my life.
After a season at second base, Jorge began his transition to catcher in '92. 1 year later, he began to blossom.
That was 1993. I broke the record of pass balls, but I made the All-Star team. I made the All-Star team because I was hitting well.
He was hitting so well, in fact, that the next year he got a taste of the show.
The best thing that happened in '94 was going to spring training, going to a big league camp. I meet Dan Mattingly, I meet Mike Stanley, I meet Jim Lurtz, I meet Buck Showalter.
Jorge impressed Buck and the rest of his staff with his raw talent. And though he was still struggling behind the plate, the coaches could see that Posada's future held promise.
When I first saw him, he was green, young, eager, and a skinny little rat that was just learning how to catch. But a great athlete with big, strong, great hands and a great throwing arm. It was a project.
But in 1995, Posada was asked to grow up fast. He joined the Yankees late in the season and played in just one game. He was then thrust into Game 2 of the Division Series against Seattle, one of the longest and most intense postseason games ever played. In the 12th inning, Buck was forced to call on the kid after a hobbled Wade Boggs was intentionally walked.
The Yankees really can't pinch run right now because they have nobody to run.
They got to bring in someone from the bullpen to run. I think it's going to be Jorge Posada.
Running for Bucks, Jorge Posada.
So Posada's on. Now Bernie Williams, one down. Delivery to Williams, he walked him.
Bernie walks. I'm a second base, and Ruben Sierra hits a double to left field.
Swung on and drilled deep to left field. Going back, Diaz, still going back. That ball is off the wall. Posada will score.
I score. I tie the ball game. Bernie gets thrown out of the plate.
Here's the throw. He slides. He's out. But the Yankees have tied the game at 5.
And then Jim Lurtz hits a home run.
A 2-run, game-winning home run by Jimmy Lurtz.
I really thought that was awesome. I thought it was the best game ever.
Following his first encounter with postseason play, Jorge earned another trip to spring training in '96. But now he had a new manager to impress.
Get Joe Torre. Buck Showalter liked me. Joe doesn't know anything about me.
When I came on board in '96, Joe Girardi came on board also, and Georgie was coming in figuring that he was going to get this opportunity.
But that opportunity would have to wait, for Torre chose to go with the more experienced Joe Girardi, and Posada faced still another back-and-forth season.
I get called up and down the whole year. So it was tough. '96 was really tough.
It was also, of course, the year the Yankees began one of the most impressive runs in baseball history. Little did Jorge know at the time that he would soon be at the heart of a dynasty.
Coming up on Yankeeography.
To me, when we turned the switch on for Georgie was '99. He caught the final game in the World Series.